Average Social Security at age 62, 66, and 70. This is from the Fool, Dateline, July 2017. Our everyone's friend on the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel, Billy Ray Band, had sent this to me, and it's actually pretty interesting because he and I were going back and forth. Now, again, when you're going back and forth, you're not yelling at each other. You're saying, hey, this is my point of view, that's your point of view. This is my point of view, that's your point of view. It's completely okay. So he's challenged me to some degree. I was challenging him. Then he sent me this. So I've been wanting to read this for a while here because there's right of what Billy was saying, and there's wrong of what, not what he was saying, but what you can do to accommodate, shall we say, the truthfulness of this, if we shall. All right. You have more control over the size of your ultimate Social Security checks than you might think. Steve Jobs. Okay, let's see. All right, so timing matters. The full retirement age for Social Security, it used to be 65, and now it's 67 or 66, depending on what year you're born. That's fine. No matter whether your full retirement age is 65, 66, or 67, you can claim your benefits starting at 62 or as late as 70. For every year beyond your full retirement age at 66 or 67, you'll increase their value by about 8%. I think we've talked about that a lot here. If your full retirement age is 67 and you start collecting benefits at 62, they will be 30% smaller. Here's the kicker, though. The system is designed that total benefits received are about the same, a difference of 0 no matter when you start collecting. If you have an average lifespans, that's the kicker here, average lifespans. Checks that start arriving at 62 will be considerably smaller, but you'll receive them for many years. More so than someone starting at 70, if average lifespans. The average retirement benefit was $13,068. That amounts to $16,416 per year. All right, so put that in your back of your brain there. We're going to bring that back here in just a second. The average monthly benefit was $13,068. If your earnings have been above average, you'll collect more than that, but the overall maximum Social Security, okay, is about $2,900. All right. Average benefits by age, and this is important. This is important. You may be wondering, though, just what kind of income beneficiaries receive by age, and here's an answer as of 2016, the Statistical Supplement of the Social Security Administration. So this is straight from the horse's mouth. Average benefit at 62, $12,000 a year. Average benefit at 66, $14,000 a year. Average benefit at 70, $15,000 a year. Do you notice anything there? Not much difference, huh? Average benefit at 62 is $12,000. Average benefit at 70 is $15,000. Does that say anything? That should tell you, that should lead you to see something here. It's worth noting, though, if you were to drill down, you'll see that women's average benefits are significantly lower. That reflects the fact that women often earn much less than men, often for the same work. No, that's not true. Women do not dig ditches. They're not out there on the linemen. They're not out there being derrick hands in the wells of the Permian Basin. So less risk for women's work, more risk for men's work. It's crazy, right? All right. I hate that thing. I hate when people say that because it's just not true. All right, bigger and smaller benefits. The table above might not be as useful if you think as you would think, though, because the amount that, say, a 65-year-old collecting now isn't likely to be close to what you'll be collecting at 65. I want to point that out. Frankly, it doesn't matter what other people are making. It only matters what you are making, what your AIME is, and thus your PIA. It doesn't matter what other people are making. It's got to be very, very clear there. But it is of interest, but it has no effect on you whatsoever. But let's see. So let's start looking at some other tables. Here's how much smaller your checks will be if you start collecting. And they're just saying, look, if your full retirement age like I am is 67, your check will be 70% of your PIA if you collect early. It'll be 124% if you collect later. All right. I don't care about that. Of course, the best way to estimate what you'll see from Social Security is to go to the horse's mouth by checking the My Social Security website, which I just did. All right. So I want to show something to you, though. All right, so that's fine. Nothing wrong inherently with this article except the idea that, well, we'll just stop. All right, so I want to show you something here. If I can get my, won't let me move over. Why are you, well, oh, there we go. Okay, does it move? Sweet. All right, so notice, this doesn't say when these people collect. It doesn't say they collected at 70. It just says they're 70 years old, and that is their average benefit. That's all it's saying. It's not saying when they collected. I'm going to show you here in just a second. Stay tuned on the same video because I'm going to show you that another article goes along with this. It just says at 70, the average collected benefit at 70 is $1,268. That's not the average benefit if you would have taken at 70. It's just if you're 70 years old, that is your average benefit, which happens to be a little bit about 20% higher than if you took it at 62, which ironically fits perfectly because most people take their benefit at 62. So now a 62-year-old gets a 2.6, 2%, 2.1 cost living adjustment, and lo and behold, their benefit now 8 years later is $1,268. So let's talk about this. We got 1046 is your benefit. We're going to get 2.6% inflation. We're going to do it for 8 years. And your future benefit, 1 second. Yeah, okay, there you go. 1046 is your present value, 2.6 is your interest rate for 8 years. It's going to be $1,284. Holy crap! Almost identical what they're showing right there. Whoa! So that does not mean if you collect at your full retirement age, your average benefit is $1,259 or $1,222. It just means most people collect it at 62 years old. And that's bad. Don't collect at 62 and you have a significantly higher benefit. So most people are reducing their benefit by, what's that? We'll say 25%. So most people, if they would have waited 1046 times 1.32, they would have about $1,400 a month in monthly benefit if they would have waited till they're 66. They don't have $1,400 a month there. If they would have waited till they're 70, 1.24, they'd have about $1,700 a month in their monthly benefit if they would have waited till they're 70. But instead, they took it at 62, and that's why the benefits are so low, because they took it too early. They took it at 62. All right, hang in there. I'm going to show you a different part of this video here in just a second. We're going to dive even deeper. All right, thanks. All right, my friends, so let's read from the Social Security Administration Annual Statistical Supplement in 2016 what the average benefits were, as the fool has linked to us, which is wonderful. So, all right, let's go down to this. So OASI, that's Old Age Survivor Income. All right, so we got OASDI is disability income. They're not putting the OASDI. Oh, yeah, they are right there. OAS is survivor. Then DI is a disability income. So OASI is old age survivor income. DI is disability income, which is the total of OASDI. Anyway, so for the retirement benefit, the Social Security benefit, you'll see the average monthly benefit is $1,296. Huh, interesting. Average monthly benefit is $1,296. The average retired benefit is $1,341. The average for spouses of retired workers is $690. The average survivor benefit is right here, as children, right there, $939. So you can see it gets lower according to the average benefit. Right now, we just want the average retirement benefit, which is the OA, old age income. Does that make sense? The S is survivor income. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about the retirement benefit. So according to Social Security, average retirement benefit is $1,296. And there's 43 million people get $1,296 a month. All right, but if we scroll down, we'll see, here is the age breakout, the number and average monthly benefit for retired workers' age. So we have 40 million. We talk about 40 million. We have, let's see, total 40 million retired workers, 40.089 million, 40.089 million, of which 3 million are between 62 and 64. And let's see, 11.5 million are between 65 and 69. 10 million are between 70 and 74. 7 million, and where I'm going with that, as you can see, is definitely geared towards the older population. And the older population started with less of an income they could get on Social Security. So if you scroll down to a guy who's 85 years old, he's making the average benefit for someone who's 85 years old is $1,290 a month. All right, the average benefit for someone who's 90 to 94 is $1,299 a month. The average benefit for someone who's 77 is $77 a month. As you can see, the average benefit is, roughly a little bit higher, but not much. Anyway, the whole point about this is we got all these people from 70 to basically 94 years old skewing the averages significantly simply because they've been in the system for so much longer that when they started They might have an average now at 1301, like this guy at 79, but they did not start 27 years ago at 1301. They started a whole lot less. And so, yes, he is making an average benefit now of 1301. That's the max he's ever made in Social Security for him because he took it at an earlier date when the income amount was a lot less. Has literally nothing to do with us. It doesn't. Has nothing to do with us. Secondly, what else do we notice? Well, we do have a lot of people taking it early. We have 3 million between 62 and 64. Let's see, 65 and 66, another, what's that, 4 million or so. So we got about 7 million people are taking it before their full retirement age, which means it's going to be reduced. In fact, watch this. It's from USA. When do people claim Social Security? 34% of the people claim at 62. Over a third of the population claims at 62. 75% claim at 66 or earlier. So 34%, a third of the population claims at 62, which is reduced by 30% for me, 25% if your FRA is 66. 6% take it at 63, 66.5% take it at 64, 10% take it at 65. So we know for a fact that about 50%, right? No, it's be more than 50%. Let's see, 6 plus 6 plus 10 plus 34. It's about 57% of the population takes Social Security at a reduced amount. That's factual. Only 3.7 take it at 70. Only 18% take it at their full retirement age. And so if you go back to these numbers here, we know that 56% took it before their full retirement age. Most likely. I mean, in the older people, the full retirement age was 75. But still, either way, 57% of the people, or even half, I don't care. Half the people took a reduced benefit for Social Security. So now you got a reduced benefit of Social Security. A good amount of that is going to be reduced by 25%. And you have this huge population mass, 70 to 70. I mean, look at all these people. You got 10 million there, 7 million there, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24. 26 million people are in the system who are well beyond their full retirement age. And so the system is skewed towards the older people who had a similar income as you have right now if you took it at 62, but they've been in the system for so much longer, the cost of living adjustments haven't kept up in terms of what you're looking at now because they started with such a lower benefit. So to look at the average benefit makes no sense to me at all because the average is so skewed towards the older people. I hope that makes sense. Think about it. If you're getting 1286 now, we'll just say 80 years old, you get 1286 now, all right? And we're going to say you took it at 62. So that's 18 years ago, all right? At 18 years ago, we got we'll say cost of living adjustment 2.6%. Zero payment. Your payment at the starting was $810. It was $810. That's a 2.6% cost of living adjustment over those 20, however many years that is. 18 years, right? Let's see. I'll tell you how many. Oops. Yeah, 18 years. You're making $810. So you're going to compare the average benefit for someone who's looking at Social Security today compared to someone who took it 18 years ago whose benefit was reduced because he took it early. It was only $810. Doesn't make any sense. Yes, his average benefit is $1310, and yours might well be if you take it early. Has nothing to do with you, though, simply because when he took it at your age that you are now, it was $810. So don't fall for this average benefit stuff, especially when we know for a fact if you're 62 years old and the average benefit is 1086, you could easily get another 32% on that. You'd have a benefit of 1433. No, it wouldn't be 32. That'd be at full retirement age. And then another 32% on top of that times 1.32. You have a benefit $1,900 if you wait till you're 70 years old. So you can't look at the average. I mean, you can. I mean, you can say the average person who's receiving Social Security right now is getting, what do they say here, $1,300 or something like that. $1,300. The average person is getting $1,300 in 2016, which is $15,600 a year. But it'd be silly to look at that as a meaning at all for your specific financial retirement planning. Don't do that. Anyway, hope this helps. As always, comments, thumbs up, smash the like button, share. It helps the videos to share them, and we'll see you next time. Thanks now.